official confirmation that Mike Tyson, Iron Michael Tyson, is returning to the ring to take on Angel's pick, Roy Jones Jr., September 12th, 8 rounds of boxing, pay-per-view main event. Angel, throw it straight to you. What's your excitement level for this contest?
It's pretty hype, man. Even during this exhibition, it's pretty hype. Iron Mike is back, baby. How about that? It's almost unbelievable.
It is like completely like unbelievable because it's been 15 years since he's fought. Like it's been a legitimate 15 years. He last fought in 2005, and that was a loss as well to who was it? Michael McBride, I believe. So, he's been gone for a long time, and he's coming back. He's one of the greatest heavyweights of all time. And for me, a lot of the excitement kind of comes from the fact that I did not want to see Holyfield fight. I was pretty audible about that on the podcast. I did not want to see Evander Holyfield. If you guys have listened to him talk lately, I did not want to see Evander Holyfield come back and fight Mike Tyson. He's a guy. He's much older. I mean, how old is Tyson? 30? Not 35. Holy shit! I meant 53. He's 53, which is old, but we've seen older dudes fight. Evander Holyfield's like 58 at this point, and took a lot worse beatings. He took a lot more head punishment. And he's taking on Roy Jones Jr. He is like 50. So in terms of old men boxing, you could do a lot worse. And I'm more excited for the fact that it's Roy Jones Jr. Like, is it just me, or I feel like a lot of excitement comes out of the fact that it's Roy Jones Jr., which is a fight that was talked about in the early 2000s, but it was the one that got away. You know what I mean?
Now it hasn't. Now it's happening. Granted, are they in their best moment? Definitely not. But who cares? It's not about that.
Yeah, it's not about that. Overall, I gotta ask. Here's a fun part. Here's an interesting part about this as well. I don't know if they're going to be exhibition fights, or I don't know if they're going to be real fights on the undercard. However, one fight that is in the possibility of happening is obviously said it's not going to happen, but we don't know if it's maybe he's just lying. But Tito Ortiz versus James Toney in a boxing match. Is that even better than the main event?
You can make an argument. Make an argument.
Yeah. A couple of follow-up details about this thing. It officially got confirmed with it's going to be sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission. It's going to be 8-round exhibition, no fan in attendance, no headgear, 12-ounce gloves. Roy Jones Jr. actually, last time he fought, a lot of people think he's, I feel bad for Roy because a lot of people are like, Roy Jones Jr. coming out of retirement, and I'm like, man, Roy's been fighting consistently up until 2018. Like his last fight was on UFC Fight Pass, in a Pensacola, Florida card. He main evented, and he's still, whenever he retired, he was a decent guy. Like obviously he wasn't world championship caliber. The one time he fought a guy who was kind of ranked in the top, 25 was Enzo Maccarinelli in 2016, and he got put out cold. But Roy still ended his career on 9 of 10 wins. A couple of follow-up stuff. I gotta ask, would you buy this pay-per-view? Now, because I saw that it's going to be happening, but the bigger surprise to me was that it's going to be happening on a pay-per-view main event. Because it's pay-per-view has kind of been going out of style, so particularly in boxing. The only real big pay-per-view this year was obviously Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. DAZN's come in, and they've kind of made the subscription model a big deal. These pay-per-views happen all the time, but even then, they're putting most of their content on ESPN Plus, which is a subscription service. Are you a bit surprised that this is a pay-per-view, and in your position, would you buy it?
Only if Tarver is on the undercard.
You're cutting out a lot, bro.
I said only if Tarver was on the undercard. I was trying to be a meme.
Oh, okay. Only if Tarver was on the undercard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Besides that, I went to my Buffalo Wild Wings. It's now open where I have to wear a mask.
Well, hey, man. The vaccine, though. The vaccine's not going to be available. the motor oil. It's not going to be available by September 12th, though. Yeah, man. Is there a particular fight you're hoping that would happen between boxing and MMA fighters on the undercard? Like, if you just have your dream outside of James Toney, Tito Ortiz.
Oh man, dude? Just make Henry versus Ryan happen at this point. Like, you pretty much have the meme and the money made there. You don't have to worry about any of the repercussions at that point. You know what I mean? Just give Henry someone. I mean, Henry talks shit to anybody.
That's true. Actually, I would not be surprised if that did happen on the undercard. But it seems like they're trying to make this a Legends thing, and Mike even launched like the Legends League for boxing or something. Which I thought was interesting because I saw that happen last night, and I was like, oh, only a matter of time until the fight actually gets announced. It ended up being Roy, which I'm a little bit surprised about, but anyways, last part to end it. Who are you picking to win? Like, if you had to side anyway, it is 8 rounds, so draw is a possibility. But if gun to head, it's almost impossible to pick this because it's it's an exhibition and all that other stuff. I don't care. I'm gonna make you pick. Who are you gonna pick between
Iron Mike and Mike is back, baby. There's no question about it.
So you're gonna pick Iron Mike.
I'm gonna stick with Iron Mike.
Fair enough, man. This is officially. It's weird to me. It's officially happening. Roy Jones just released the poster on his Instagram. It's cool? Weird to me. It's like it's an old style boxing poster. It's not like some UFC shit. Like it's a vintage style poster. Right? I can send it to you right now, but it's like you can tell they're trying to go for that vintage feel.
That's cool though.
Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. It reminds me of posters from like the 90s or whatever. But, personally me, I'm also going to lean Iron Mike. Obviously, it'd make more sense for Roy to win because he's been more active. But, man, Mike looks like a monster, and there's going to be no drug testing. I'm going to go Mike, man. He's on that TRT. I don't even blame him. He's 53 years of age. But good for him, man. Make that money. I said it on Twitter, man. I don't care. Secure that bag. Good for them. Good that they're going to be on pay-per-view. There's going to be no fans in attendance, which imagine telling somebody like at the beginning of the year that Mike Tyson is coming back to fight Roy Jones Jr. in Los Angeles with no fans in attendance on a pay-per-view. That doesn't even compute. Like, it doesn't. Imagine telling us in January that would happen. Like, that doesn't make any sense, but it's happened.